Welcome back to TBTVSport. Today's match comes from New Milton, where they play host to Newport from the Isle of Wight in the Sydenhams Wessex One. The hosts have been on a decent run of form lately, picking up points here and there and climbing up the table. Newport's form's been a little bit patchy of late, but they'll be looking to pick up their early season form and consolidate their place in the top half of the table. Coming up on TBTV, we have Poole Town playing host to Merthyr Town, Christchurch playing Bournemouth, Poole Town reserves taking on AFC Stoneham reserves, and then Christchurch against Hythe and Dibden. And after an immaculately observed silence, this game is brought to you by TBTV. We hardly had to wait any time at all before a misplaced pass from Elliot Parslow ended up with Jared Cousins, who brought out a good save from Luke Dennison in the New Milton goal. Just a few minutes later, this massive kick by Gary Streeter found Connor Kelly. He came running through, only to find Dennison had rushed off his line and forced him to take the shot early. As well as last minute excitement, which we'll come to later, one thing that New Milton always seem to guarantee is a non-league doggo. Newport piled in on the pressure in the early stages of the first half. Look out for a fantastic save here from Luke Dennison. As the first half wore on, the Linnets got under more and more pressure. Here we got Manders clearing off the line. And then just a few minutes later it's Manders again, and then Patridge clearing the decks. The hosts were getting horribly exposed down their left hand side, and this cross was somehow diverted away from goal by Cousins. But the feeling in the crowd was that it was really just a matter of time before the visitors registered something. Despite being forced into an early change, swapping Cooper for Jones, the half-time score was 0-0. The second half definitely had a different feel about it. New Milton were more on the front foot and saw a lot of driving runs. This one was a good example from Sam White, eventually threading in Joe Petty. Dean Robertson, number 3, and Dennison in the Milton goal almost managed to cook up something between them here, but got away with it. This cross-come shot from Connor Kelly almost caught Dennison unawares, but he kept his eye on the ball, got his hands to it, and kept it away from Jordan Brown. Although Newport had created those chances, New Milton was still looking threatening. Here we see Dean Robertson going through and was caught a little bit by the keeper as he made the save. As we approached the last quarter of the game, it was still up for grabs. Either team could have taken it. Here we have substitute Dom Allen through on goal, and Streeter comes out feet first. In the slow-mo you can see that Allen gets a touch to the ball momentarily before the keeper, but if you're the referee on the halfway line, you're not going to see that. Now, speaking of the referee, I'm not quite sure what you had to do in this game to get into his notebook. First of all, we got a nibble on Sam White, and then we got another nibble. In my opinion, there's no attempt at playing the ball on either of those occasions. Then down the other end, you got Aaron Scott on Connor Kelly with a tackle that's straight out the Tottenham playbook. Again, no yellow. So just bear these challenges in mind with something that comes a little bit later. So now, watch and admire this build-up. It's a little raggedy and a bit on the edge at times, but they get there. You just watch. I make it 10 passes more or less before the ball lands at Joe Petty's feet in the 90th minute, and there it is, a lovely last minute winner. So when a goal is scored late in the game like that, there's usually something else that happens after. And unfortunately, for number 5 Chris Haining, who'd had an excellent game, it happened to him. I'm sure there was no malice meant on the behalf of skipper McDonough, but he'd been involved in a few incidents earlier in the match and hadn't had any real reprimand from the referee, which goes back to the point I was making earlier on. But it was nice to see Streeter asking the New Milton officials on the sideline whether they want to go out for a meal later on. Obviously chuffed that he'd landed himself a date, Streeter managed to pull off this save, which is even more impressive from behind.
No, that's alright, he's got a few more to go.
No, he hasn't got any more minutes left. That is the full-time whistle, and New Milton pull off a creditable 1-0 win. I hope you've enjoyed the coverage, and don't take my comments too seriously. Catch me on the socials.